Yo, Noah, take the wheel. It's time for this.
Ocean Drives films with Eclipse Dine-In Cinemas Bundoran. Now serving pizza, hot dogs, ice cream and more. To your seat. Find out more at Eclipse.
It is time to join our man at the movies, Collie McFadden, with the very latest from Eclipse Cinemas up there in sunny Bundoran. That's a super tan you're summer. That's what I imagine. Yeah, you're getting out of the sun at all.
Well, being a redhead, or I was when I had hair. Anyway, this computer is enough to give me a tan at the best of time. And I was off up in God's own country, up in the Rosses as well at the weekend. So what a beautiful, it's just beautiful couple of days. Everyone's in great form. I know you were up at Rory Gallagher. Everyone's out having a show. Yeah. Nobody's coming to the cinema except for the evenings. But, you know, that's okay too, because we've got to make the best of it. And one of two things happen. It'll rain again, or we're Irish. So once we have the same weather for more than a couple of weeks, we all get bored of it, right? That's how it works.
That's how it works. That's how it works. You have a couple of big ones this week, and this will bring them definitely back into the cinemas. You've got Transporters, The Rise of the Beast. Yeah, definitely be queuing up for that one. The Flash I kind of like. You got Missed It Monday. The Book Club coming back.
Yeah, so lots of stuff. We'd start with Transformers, I guess. And so we've been on a run lately of all these superhero movies. A lot, you know what? We've been on a run of a lot of good movies, and including the little ones like Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, and all those that have been really good. And you know, I always try and persuade you in the superhero movies, and you look at me and go, is that not just for kids? And I go, no, Seamie, there's something in it. And I'm usually pretty good. I'm pretty enthusiastic about these things. And even there, you said, you know, I looked for a clip, and it was just like, bleh, robots, bleh, robots. And I could see in your eyes, you were waiting for me to argue it. Newsflash, I ain't arguing this week, right? We'll put a positive spin on Transformers. I have never particularly cared for the Transformer movies. And the second movie in particular was, you know, it was downright racist. The fourth one is horribly sexist. This movie is none of these. It has a quite a likable lead, Anthony Ramos, who we talked about a couple of years ago in the musical in The Heights. I liked him. The Transformy bits are okay. It was all right. It was all right. And that's the most I can say about it. It wasn't horrific the way the other ones were. Now, there was one called Bumblebee that was really, you know, was actually approaching good. And in this one, Bumblebee's in it, but they make sure he's only in it for a while. And you go, but he's the best character. Why? I don't know. There's a reason. I'm not paid the millions. Although there are times watching movies like this, I go, I think I could be. So if I do let's be fair to it though. If we do the 8-year-old test and you go, yes, if I was 8, would I think it was good? And I think absolutely I would. I'd go bashy crashy. I'd play with my Transformers afterwards. I'd probably make up a story myself that was better as I was playing afterwards, but I would enjoy it. But it wouldn't pass that. I bet you I wouldn't ask to see it again, the way people will with Spider-Man, the way people will with The Little Mermaid, and hopefully the way people will with The Flash, which is the way that, you know, the way the summer movies happen. This is next week's movie, but it'll be shown about 8 times before we're on radio next week. So we're going to talk about it a little bit this week. And I actually think you have a clip ready for us, don't you?
We have indeed.
I say ready, but, you know, as ready as we ever are.
I spent a lifetime trying to right the wrongs of the past, as if fighting crime would bring my parents back. You actually did it.
I went back in time to save my parents, but instead, I completely broke the universe.
If you went back and changed the past,
this world must die.
You changed the future.
Do you know what this symbol stands for?
It means hope, right?
I will help you fight Zod.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. These scars we have make us who we are. We're not meant to go back and fix them.
What did you do?
No matter what happens, we're not going to be able to fix this. No! Nobody dies!
Well, I tell you, I'm not a big fan of these movies, but the trailer alone is going to make me go to this because I'm
Yeah,
confused already.
Yeah, I was delighted to see that you were kind of going, geez, Collie, you said this off air. I like the look of this one. And I was going, has the sun got to his head? But it does look like fun. And one of the problems, so there's the two big comic book franchises, Marvel and there's DC, and they're both doing these things of what if this happened? Would it change the history? And DC haven't really got it right. They're all a bit boring or a bit dull. And they seem to have got it right in this one. And the whole thing is, he's the fastest man in the world. He can run like faster than light itself. But by doing so, he can do time travel. And it's that whole butterfly effect idea. What happens if you did change the past? Are we always destined? Were you and I always destined to be on the radio waffling every Thursday? What happened if something had changed in their past? Like, I got a girlfriend or something like that. They would have watched so many movies. And in it, so that's why you see Ben Affleck, I'll try that again, Ben Affleck as Batman. But what happens if his parents were saved? Would he be Batman? Or would somebody else be Batman?
Oh,
and that's,
right. I get it now. Yeah.
And that's why we might see, it's no spoiler to say that we have Michael Keaton turns up as the original 1980s Batman. And it's that sort of idea of how things could change if you change stuff, which is not an original idea, but has often been a fun idea, from Back to the Future to the Spider-Man movies a couple of years ago. And superhero movies are a good way to do that. Sort of what if is always fun. Even Quentin Tarantino did it in Inglourious. That was that kind of alternative universe. So that's the idea of it. Looks fun and funny. There's the characters and then the characters but looking different. Like Superman's not in it, Supergirl's in it. But is that because he changed the past, or is Superman going to turn up? I don't know, because I haven't seen this yet. But we do know it's got rave reviews. And here's a little bit of Hollywood goss for you, Shane.
Yes.
So the star of the movie has been in some difficulty legally, and he may not be the most popular person. And there is a rumor that they were going to throw the whole stuff out. And then they look at the movie and went, yeah, but the movie's really good. And in a way, this is quite a sad thing. The way things happen, they go, yeah, this one's going to make loads of money. Let's tell him to behave himself instead of firing him, because it's really good. So I'm really curious to see how this goes. There's a big buzz about it. I have to be honest, 4 people turned up at the cinema last night going, can't wait to see The Flash. Event. I know it's about time travel, but it's not actually open till next Wednesday, not this Wednesday. And they had the good grace. They had the good grace to laugh and weren't doing happy. They went to see Spider-Man and said they loved it. So, this one looks good. As I said, look, there'll be kids out there who are big fans of Transformers movies, and they'll go and see Transformers anyway. And you know what? They'll say, your man's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And they're not wrong, because we like what we like, and that's fine. It's just not for me, and it's not one I'm going to willing to talk you into. But maybe The Flash, it'll be good. We'll have to get you up to Bundoran.
I tell you, you were talking about Transformers. Well, somebody's making a few quid, because I looked at what they've taken in. Wait for this. You probably don't know. 4.8 billion they've taken in on the Transformers franchise.
That's Ocean FM. Yeah, that's Ocean FM DJ money. Like that's not to be sniffed at. Like,
hey, you keep that up, you won't be here next week.
4.8
billion. Think about it. That's a lot of money.
And that doesn't count what they would have saw. You go and see it. Like, let's face it, George Lucas was a genius that way. I saw Star Wars in 1977, and then Christmases for the next few years were all Star Wars toys, let alone what it does with the toys. And as I said, this one is harmless enough, and it's popular, and it'll make loads of money, and we'll get another one. And it's not the franchise for me. I'm okay with them all, but I don't like to lie. If it didn't do it for me, I don't like to say it, but I'm really looking forward to
you're not
Flash.
8 years old. That's the thing.
I'm not. I'm at least 12.
Yeah. Okay.
So mentally. But next week, as I said, The Flash is opening. Plus, we're going to have a Take That movie, which we'll talk about all next week. So that's going to be a bit of crap.
That could be magic. No.
I'll set him up. You knock him down.
Okay, stop. I'll stop. Seen a photo. We had a photo up on our webpage. Book club coming back.
Book Club is coming back. It was nice, popular. Did really well for a couple of weeks. The Sun, then, you know, a lot of the older people were out enjoying the Sun, so we're bringing it back for Mr. Monday. It is good fun. It's very light-hearted, harmless entertainment. We've got that, and then the following week we've been, you know, Margaret, which is the same. And sometimes, you know, sometimes you want bashy, crashy Spider-Man. The Flash. Sometimes you want, you know, I know we're very excited for Oppenheimer, really serious, proper cinema. But sometimes you just want to see Jane Fonda on holidays making dirty jokes with her friends. You know, sometimes that's all you want. And
is this set in Italy or Venice or something?
Oh yeah, it's a classic sequel. When you're in a sequel, send them on holidays. That's what you do. When they do movies on Thursday, on the future, we'll do an OB. They'll send us on holidays sometime. But yeah, it's lighthearted. They're in Italy, so they can make jokes about all the naked statues. It's good fun. Yeah.
Okay. You were chatting there. We were saying the big news today, Cillian Murphy is telling everybody to go see his brand new movie, Oppenheimer, in the cinema, folks. Don't watch this on your black box or anything else at home. You've got to go to the cinema and see this. It's got a great lineup, and it looks like a great movie.
Well, it really looks exciting. We've been showing trailers for a long time, but even the trailer is so cinematic. It's 3 minutes. They're usually about 1 minute 45. It's 3 minutes, and it just fills the screen slowly. And it's Christopher Nolan, who did things like Dunkirk, Inception, all of these things that just don't look the same. They really don't. He designs them. Even the way the sound goes in the different speakers. When you know, play it on your phone, you're not going to get that. But it looks something spectacular. I'd be really disappointed if it's not something spectacular, because it just has the feel. We got that in a different way with last year with Top Gun. You just had the sense everyone's gossiping about it. And not only that, Oppenheimer comes out the same day as the Barbie movie. It is going to be the greatest day of cinema. It is going to be the greatest day of cinema. Of pink. Yeah.
We were talking though, but what a cast. Emily Blunt in there, Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr. makes an appearance too in Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
And what a great
cast. Just a cast of thousands. Pretty much everyone who's ever been in a Christopher Nolan movie before, and then now and Cillian. And it looks something really special. I think it's about 3 hours long, but it's Oscars written all over it.
Okay, all right. Hey, great to talk to you. We'll talk to you back here Thursday. Have a good week at the movies. That's cool.